The difference between Claude Code being useful and Claude Code being incredible, honestly, a lot of it boils down to actively managing one file, CLAUDE.md. It's how you teach Claude your project's architecture, coding standards, and the mistakes you've already made. Skip it, and you're leaving power on the table. Welcome to another episode of our Mastering Claude Code series. Hey, Alex here from Grit AI Studio. Today, we're mastering the CLAUDE.md file, Claude Code's memory system. By the end, you'll have Claude understanding your project like a senior teammate. We already did a video about managing rules across coding agents, but this one is all about Claude Code. Let's set it up. CLAUDE.md is project memory. Every time Claude starts, it reads this file. It's persistent context that survives across sessions. Think of it as an onboarding documentation for Claude. What's the tech stack? Where's the important code? What patterns do we follow? What mistakes have we learned from? With a proper CLAUDE.md file, Claude knows your project instead of guessing or wasting tokens exploring every time. But first things first, don't write CLAUDE.md from scratch. Let Claude do it for you. Just run /init. Watch what happens. Claude explores your entire repository. It reads package.json, it scans the directory structure, it looks at key files, identifies patterns, and then it writes a summary. This is a great starting point. And then you'll customize it and iterate over time. Claude Code has a memory hierarchy. Understanding it can be really useful. On top, we have the enterprise policy. This has the highest priority. It's set by your organization, and it cannot be overwritten. It's not that relevant if you're a solo developer or someone building your own projects. Importantly, CLAUDE.md, which is your project memory. It lives in the project root, typically something you would share with your team with Git. In addition to project memory, we also have project rules. They live in the Claude rules folder. Here we have markdown files as modular rule files, and we can apply path-specific patterns. Then we have our own personal global memory file. This CLAUDE.md file, or the user memory, lives in our home Claude folder. Here we have our personal preferences, and it follows you across projects. We can also define a project local, claude.local.md file. This typically is then not committed to Git and contains your personal project notes or preferences. When there are conflicts, the higher priority wins. Whenever we want to add a key learning or something to memory, we simply ask Claude to add it for us or remember it. Say you're debugging and you finally solve a tricky issue. That note is now in your project memory. And this is compounding engineering. Every solved problem teaches Claude something. You can always manage memory by typing /memory. Similar to something we had for a while in Cursor, we can also specify modular rules for Claude Code. Especially in big projects, we might need organized rules. Use .claude/rules. You can then create focus files for testing, for security, and so on. These get loaded alongside your main CLAUDE.md file. Path-specific rules are even more powerful. This rule only loads when working on files matching that glob pattern. CLAUDE.md can also import other files. The @ imports content from these files. Keep your main CLAUDE.md clean with detailed rules in separate files. You can also import external URLs or reference documentation that Claude should be aware of. So here's my favorite workflow. After every painful debugging session, I say something like this. We finally fixed it. Summarize all the rabbit holes we went through so we avoid these mistakes in the future. Add it to the project memory. As a bonus, you turn that into a / command so you don't have to type it every time. By doing this, Claude documents what went wrong, why it happened, and how to prevent it in the future. Next time Claude encounters similar code, it remembers. Your team remembers. The same bug never happens twice. This is compounding engineering in action. So here are some pro tips for CLAUDE.md. 1. Run /init first, then customize. Let Claude do the heavy lifting, and then add your expertise. 2. Keep it concise. CLAUDE.md is loaded every conversation. Don't make it a novel. 3. Date your learnings. When you add mistakes, note when you discover them. Context helps. And 4. Subfolders can have their own CLAUDE.md. Front-end folder gets front-end rules and so on. Number 5. @referencing a file also loads CLAUDE.md from that directory. Rules flow with file references. And number 6. Review periodically. Remove outdated rules and keep your CLAUDE.md file current. This last one is something a lot of people miss. Make sure you review or ask Claude to review for you. You can say something like this. Please review our CLAUDE.md file and highlight any parts we should simplify or remove for duplication. Context is king, and a bloated CLAUDE.md can actually have negative effects on our results. Set up your CLAUDE.md today. Your future self will thank you. I hope you found this video helpful. I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel if you want more Mastering Claude Code videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.